everyone, Chanel here from Telecharge, and I'm feeling a little lonely here by myself at Sardi, so I've got two special guests joining me today. It is J. Harrison Ghee and Brad Oscar from Mrs. Doubtfire on Broadway. Let's bring them on in. Hey, gentlemen.
Hi.
All right, what have we been cooking? Tell me, because I've been cooking up a storm over here.
All right, so good. So accept the fact that it's okay and it doesn't really matter right now. Because, you know, I figured they're going to give us enough advanced warning that I can literally like lose 20 pounds in a month if I have to.
These calories don't count. It's fine. It's fine.
Oy, oy, oy. Well, I've been, I finally made some bread, some very easy, basic bread, but I'd never made bread before from scratch. And most importantly, finally made my mother's chicken soup that she would have made for Passover had we had Passover. Very traditional, very basic, but I'd never made it myself, and it was fabulous. And it, you know, it just tastes like home. Things like that are so important right now. And then to go hand in hand with that, her brisket with potatoes and carrots. So there you go. And in case you hadn't noticed, I'm a Buddhist. No, I'm a Jew. Okay. And Jay,
what have you been making?
What have you been cooking?
Oh my Lord.
Good stuff.
I like to think I'm a good cook. My mother always gets on me before all this time, and she's like, "Son, why do you order out so much? You're such a good cook. Get in the kitchen." And so I really have been in the kitchen and trying all new things. I made gumbo for the first time from scratch. I mean, in there making the roux and doing all of that, and that turned out great. The same day, I also made a red velvet cake, but that's old hat to me. So like, I always know how to throw that together.
So you and Jay play a couple in the show. So how has it been being apart from each other?
Oh my God. I mean, you know, look, as people know from the theater, you know, you create this family when you're doing a show. It's just the nature of the beast, right? You know, when you get to do it 8 times a week, especially week after week, and you really get to know these people. So, yeah, we, you know, I mean, yes, my God, what Jay and I have is so wonderful, and is why part of why doing what we're doing is such a joy. But yeah, we missed our family something awful, and it was like at the height of the emotional like apex of the experience in a way, because we're back in New York, we're in previews, you know, we're still making the show better, and the show is so damn good, I think, right now anyway, but it's going to be even better. And you know, so we're so excited. Everything is possible, right? No one showed up yet to tell us what they think of it. And so, you know, it's a very exciting time. And so to have it so abruptly just boom, boom, yeah, it's really hard.
Yeah, these Zoom calls, when we see each other, it's funny, I'll be sitting here and I'll be okay and at peace and like being fine. And then we'll have Zoom meetings or these reunions and these things. And I'm like, all right, I miss these people. I want to be back in the room, back playing, back creating, back to, you know, the world that we lived in. It was just the best.
My cat just wanted to say hi. I can't control her. She does what she wants. I'm sorry,
no
Jay.
Pets here at Sardi's. No pets here at Sardi's. No pets.
No, but yeah, it's a good reminder of the relationships we built and created and we'll be able to return to hopefully sooner than later. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of fans are missing Broadway right now. What are you doing to like keep yourself still, you know, connected? So like you've got the Zoom calls. Is there anything else? Are you just like listening to certain cast recordings? Like how do you still keep theater in your life?
I watch a lot of YouTube, and I've taken this time to do a lot of just things, people I've heard about for years or shows I never like looked into, and doing research and just kind of re-educating myself on theater and checking in on that information. And yeah, and then also trying to plan creative things for myself. I'm a drag queen, so like I've got some
what's your name?
Crystal Demure. So I'm excited to create and play, and I've got a lot of makeup to just like use and keep me busy.
You didn't bring any to our meeting?
Not today.
Okay. And Brad, how are you staying connected to theater?
Oh my God. Well, gee, I mean, how am I staying? You know, I feel like I'm always like connected because it's such a part of my life and I love it so much, you know, in that way. But, you know, I'll just go down the rabbit hole, especially on YouTube. As far as stuff that's out there, because there's some wonderful stuff out there to see some, there's great, gosh, recently I was just watching some Chicago Out of Town in 75, I guess, with Gwen Verdon and Cheetah Rivera, and some audio of cut stuff, some video of just footage of them doing also stuff that was cut. So that's always great, and that leads you then, to other things. The fabulous Eartha Kitt doing a song from Timbuktu, which I saw a couple times in D.C. before I came to Broadway, and I worship Eartha Kitt, always did. And I found, after years, I'm like, this has been here all along. She's doing this wonderful number that I loved from Timbuktu, which was never recorded, on the Jerry Lewis telethon, and it's right there on YouTube.
What are you gentlemen doing, to keep your spirits up? Is there anything in particular, like be it, self-care?
Did you say spirits?
Well, I left the spirits alone for a second, but I've returned to those. But I've kept my spirits up. Like I said, I will sometimes just get into full drag in my apartment by myself and make FaceTime calls. I will call my friends just to bring them joy, just to like put a smile on their face and check in and just, Marco Polo and do all of that.
You have my son, please. We want one of those phone calls, please.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? Please. It's fabulous.
So last question for you both. What would you want to say to fans who are missing Broadway right now?
One of the things I have come to love so much about our community is I feel like we are the most resilient. We are aware and conscious, and we have more strength than people would believe of artists. And I know that we will return to a life of creating and collaborating and bringing life and connecting people again. And so we just have to hold on to the faith that it will happen. We just have to give it time and do what's necessary in the meantime.
And it is the fans, it is the very people who love the theater, and it is such a part of their lives or their experience that will ensure that theater survives. We will, as a community, as Jay said, yes, we will. It's the nature of what we do. We're scrappy. We're, all those things. I truly believe that it means enough to a lot of us that it will survive. We will make sure it survives.
Well, on that note, Jay and Brad, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys stay safe, be well, be happy, and we will see you back on Broadway soon.
Well, I miss you, Jay.
Miss you too, Brad. Love you.
Thank you so much. This was great.
Yeah.